Namaste, dear friends. Welcome to What Happens After Death, the Truth About Reincarnation, a heartfelt exploration of life's greatest mystery. What awaits us beyond the veil? For centuries we've pondered this question, and within the ancient wisdom of Hinduism, we find a comforting and incredibly empowering perspective. The journey doesn't end with death, it simply transforms. This book isn't filled with complicated religious terms. I have distilled the essence of scriptures, drawing inspiration from profound works like Reincarnation, the Phoenix Fire Mystery, offering you clarity and inspiration on your spiritual journey. It is written in a down-to-earth way, with examples you can easily relate to, bringing profound spiritual concepts into your everyday life. But why delve into this topic? Because understanding reincarnation isn't about escaping this life. It's about living it more fully, consciously, and compassionately. When we realize that our actions have echoes that ripple through lifetimes, we become more mindful of the choices we make today. Within these pages, you'll discover a new perspective to view death as an integral part of life, just a transformation into another stage. You'll find profound insights into karma and how our actions create our reality, not just in this lifetime, but in future as well. Practical guidance on applying the wisdom to improve your present life, develop lasting positive habits, and find inner peace. You'll discover that you are not just a physical body, but an eternal soul on a journey of learning and growth. This book is a beacon of hope. It will empower you to live more fully, love more deeply, accept challenges with grace, and face the future without fear. Let's embark on this incredible journey together, transforming our understanding of life, death, and the eternal dance of the soul. This book will give a new meaning to your life. I am so glad that you decided to pick it up. This is just the beginning of a deep dive into the teachings of this ancient scripture. Each chapter is like a key unlocking wisdom that is relevant even in today's world. Subscribe now to join us as we reveal these powerful insights step by step. Let's embark on this path of knowledge together. Chapter 1: Beyond the Veil, Taking Away the Fear of Death. Friends, fellow travelers on this amazing journey called life, how often does the shadow of death creep into your thoughts? A loved one gone? A scary diagnosis? The simple question, what happens when it's my turn? It's natural to fear what we don't understand. Death is often portrayed as a dark, silent void, the end of everything. No wonder it fills us with dread. But what if I told you that what we call death isn't an ending, but simply a doorway, a transition, like moving from one room to another in a vast eternal home? Imagine this. You're sitting in a darkened movie theater. The film flickers, the story unfolds, and you become engrossed. Suddenly the film breaks, the lights come on, and you realize you're still you. The movie ended, but you remain. Reincarnation, at its core, proposes something similar. Our current life is like that movie, a temporary experience. Our soul, that eternal spark within us, is the audience, the you that exists before, during, and after the film. Understanding reincarnation shifts our perspective. Instead of seeing death as a final suffocating full stop, we see it as a comma, a pause, a change of scenery before the next chapter begins. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a powerful, hope-filled philosophy that has resonated with millions for centuries. Think about it. If life is a school, Why would we only get one class? Wouldn't it make more sense to learn, grow, and evolve through multiple experiences, each one building upon the last? By accepting that this life isn't a one-shot deal, we can diminish the fear of death and, paradoxically, begin to live more fully. Understanding reincarnation help diminish the fear of death and encourage a more fulfilling life. Death is like a new beginning. Chapter 2. The Eternal Spark. Understanding the Soul. Friends, let's journey to the heart of what we truly are. We often identify with our bodies, our names, our jobs. But imagine a light bulb. It shines. It illuminates. But what makes it work? The electricity. The body is like the light bulb, and the soul is the electricity, the life force within. Without electricity, the light bulb is just glass and metal. Similarly, without the soul, the body is just flesh and bone. The body is temporary. It ages. It fades. The soul, however, is that eternal spark, the electricity that powers life. And it doesn't disappear when the bulb breaks. It continues ready to light another bulb, another life. Think of remembering a beautiful movie. You see the images on the screen, but the memories are stored not in the screen itself, but within you. Similarly, our experiences, our lessons, our very essence are recorded not in our bodies, but carried within the soul. This soul isn't some distant, separate entity. It's you, the deepest you. It's the part of you that recognizes beauty, feels compassion, seeks truth. It's the witness to your life, collecting wisdom and experience from birth to death and beyond. With each lifetime, this collection of lessons becomes richer, more profound. Chapter 3. Karma. The universal law of cause and effect. Many people think of karma as punishment. Oh no, I did something bad. Now bad things will happen. But it's much more than that. Think of it as gravity for your actions. Gravity affects everything, whether you understand it or not. Similarly, karma is the universal law of cause and effect that governs our lives. It's a simple principle. What you put out into the world comes back to you. Every action, every thought, every word creates a ripple. It's like throwing a stone into a still pond. The ripples spread outwards in all directions. Let's say you're consistently kind to others. You offer help, speak encouraging words, and act with generosity. What do you think will happen? People will likely be kind to you in return. You'll build strong relationships, feel a sense of connection, and cultivate a positive environment around yourself. That's karma in action. Now imagine the opposite. Someone who constantly lies, cheats, and takes advantage of others might find themselves isolated, distrusted, and constantly facing negative consequences. It's not punishment. It's simply the natural outcome of their actions. People don't trust the person who is a liar and try to stay away from them. This isolation is the result of what you put out in the world. Karma isn't just about big, dramatic actions. It's also about the small, everyday choices we make. A kind thought sent to a friend. A moment of patience with a frustrated customer. A conscious decision to be honest. All these seemingly small acts create positive ripples. Think of a farmer planting seeds. The type of seed he plants determines the crop he harvests. If he plants corn, he gets corn. If he plants weeds, he gets weeds. Our actions are like planting seeds. Our future experiences are the harvest. The amazing thing about understanding karma is that it puts you in control. You become aware that your choices matter. You realize that you have the power to shape your future by making conscious, positive choices in the present. It's about taking responsibility for everything. Chapter 4. Rebirth. The wheel turns again. Imagine a wheel continuously turning. This wheel represents the cycle of life and death, birth and rebirth, what we call reincarnation. It's a fundamental concept in Hinduism, explaining that our soul doesn't simply vanish upon death. Instead, it embarks on another journey, another life, for further growth and learning. Think of the phoenix, a mythical bird consumed by fire, only to rise again from its own ashes, stronger and more vibrant. Death isn't an end, but a transformation. It's akin to shedding an old skin or upgrading to a newer model car. The essence remains, but the vehicle changes. So, what exactly happens? When we die, our physical body ceases to function. But our soul, our inner self, remains. It carries with it the experiences, lessons, and karma, both good and bad, from our previous life. This karmic baggage essentially determines the circumstances of our next life. Where does the soul go between lives? It's a period of rest, reflection, and preparation. Think of it like falling asleep to dream. The soul reviews past life experiences and prepares for new ones. What influences our next life? Our actions, thoughts, and intentions in our previous life. If we were filled with kindness, compassion, and generosity, we pave the way for a more positive and fulfilling life in the future. Conversely, negative actions create obstacles and challenges. It is like planting seeds. You reap what you sow. Rebirth isn't about punishment or reward. It's about growth. Each life offers us opportunities to learn, evolve, and ultimately break free from the cycle of birth and death. It's a chance for the soul to ascend to a higher level. Chapter 5. Memories of the Past. Echoes of Other Lives. Have you ever met someone and felt like you've known them forever, even though you just met? Or experienced déjà vu, that unsettling feeling of having been somewhere or done something before? Maybe you have an irrational fear of something without knowing why. These experiences could be echoes of past lives, faint whispers from your soul's long journey. The idea is simple. If our soul is eternal and reincarnates, shouldn't there be some memory, however fragmented, of those past experiences? Think of it like a computer. When you upgrade the operating system, some old files might still be there, a bit corrupted perhaps, but still present. Past life memories aren't always clear images. They often show up as déjà vu, that fleeting sense of intense familiarity, strong affinities, an instant connection to a culture, place, or historical period. A sudden love for ancient Egypt, for example, even if you've never been there. Unexplainable fears, phobias that have no apparent cause in this life. A fear of water after a lifetime as a sailor? Where are these memories stored? That's the big question. Some believe these memories are stored in our subconscious mind, like a deeply buried archive. Others think they are encoded in our DNA, passed down through generations of souls. Scientifically, there is no proof yet, but spiritually it makes perfect sense. How do they influence us? Even if we don't consciously remember, past life experiences shapes who we are today. Perhaps that natural talent for music comes from many lifetimes spent as a musician, or a tendency towards self-sabotage could stem from past failures or traumas. A word of caution. It's fun to explore the possibility of past lives. Some therapists offer past life regression techniques to tap into these memories, but always approach this with a healthy dose of skepticism. Don't let it define you or your future. Be careful not to get too caught up in fantasy. Ethical considerations are also important. Should we dig up the past? Perhaps some things are best left buried. It's mostly about understanding the possible influence and the interconnectedness of it all. Chapter 6: The Journey Between Lives, the Bardo State. Imagine stepping out of a play after the final curtain. The stage is dark, the costumes are off, and you're no longer the character you portrayed. But you, the actor, still exist. This, in a way, is like the Bardo state. It's the in-between, what many spiritual traditions describe as the soul's experience between one life and the next. Think of it like this. You've just finished a long and tiring journey, your life. Now you need a rest, a period of assessment and preparation. The bardo isn't a place, but more a state of mind, a transitional phase lasting for some time. The exact length of this time varies from soul to soul and is based on an individual's need for adjustment and preparation. During this period, souls often review their past life. All the lessons learned, the loves shared, and the mistakes made come into sharp focus. It's not a judgment in the traditional sense, but more a process of understanding. It is an opportunity to learn, grow, and prepare for the next journey. The bardo isn't always easy, though. It depends on what you carry with you, the unresolved issues. But just like after a tiring journey, you will feel relaxed and rejuvenated. Use this time for preparation and reassessment for your next physical manifestation. Chapter 7: Choosing Your Destiny, Influencing Your Next Life. Friends, let's talk about a powerful truth. You are not a helpless leaf blown by the wind. You are the gardener, planting seeds in the field of your existence. Your actions, your thoughts, your intentions, these are the seeds determining the harvest of your future lives. Think of it like this. Every time you choose kindness over anger, honesty over deceit, compassion over indifference, you're planting a seed of positive karma. It might seem small, a single act, a fleeting moment, but these seeds grow steadily, shaping the soil in which your future will bloom. But negativity also exists. Every time you choose anger over patience, hatred over the heart, that negativity also creates a path. It's very important to notice your actions. How can we actively choose a better destiny? It starts with awareness. Pay attention to your daily choices. Are you reacting to situations with anger or responding with understanding? Are you judging others harshly or seeking to see the good in them? Take the example of someone struggling with anger. They might have a fiery temper that flares up at the slightest provocation. But if they begin to practice patience, taking a deep breath before reacting, choosing to listen instead of lashing out, they are altering the karmic course. They are loosening the chains that bind them to future lives filled with conflict and resentment. Another example, a person who habitually gossips and spreads negativity. Instead, they decide to focus on uplifting others with their words, offering encouragement and support. This simple shift in behavior creates a ripple effect, attracting positive energy and sowing seeds of joy and connection that will blossom in their future. Remember, you don't have to make grand, sweeping changes overnight. Start small. Be kinder to yourself. Be more patient with others. Offer a helping hand. Speak words of encouragement. Each small act of positivity is a step towards a brighter future, a future you are actively creating. Choosing your destiny isn't about magically escaping negative consequences. It's about embracing the power you have to influence your journey, to shape a future filled with love, compassion, and inner peace. It's about understanding that every single action matters, that every thought counts. Start planting those seeds today and watch your future bloom in ways you never imagined possible. Okay, let's craft Chapter 8, Breaking the Cycle, the Path to Liberation, from your book, What Happens After Death, The Truth About Reincarnation, using simple language and relatable examples. Chapter 8, Breaking the Cycle, the Path to Liberation. Imagine life as a swing, perpetually going back and forth. That swing represents the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. We keep swinging because of our actions, our karma. But what if you wanted to step off the swing? That's liberation, breaking free from this cycle. This liberation, called moksha in ancient texts, isn't about escaping life, but about mastering it. It's like learning to drive a car. At first, you're nervous, making mistakes, swerving all over the road. But with practice, you become skilled, driving smoothly and confidently. Similarly, with wisdom and effort, we can navigate life's journey with grace and awareness, lessening our negative karma and moving towards liberation. How do we step off the swing? The key is awareness and action. First, we must recognize patterns. If you keep getting into similar difficult situations with different people, there might be a karmic lesson you're missing. Are you being too controlling? Too passive? Identifying these patterns is like finding the weak spots in a bridge we need to strengthen. Next, we need to act differently. Suppose you always react angrily when someone criticizes you. Liberation means breaking that habit. Instead of lashing out, take a deep breath, try to understand their perspective, and respond calmly. This conscious choice weakens the chain of karma that binds you. Other keys include selfless service towards others, cultivating gratitude, and deepening our connection with our true selves. Meditation creates inner peace that allows us to make wise choices. Liberation isn't a one-time event, but an ongoing process. It's a journey of self-discovery and growth. It's waking up each day and choosing to live with intention, kindness, and awareness. It's moving towards living a complete and fulfilling life. With sincere effort, we can liberate ourselves, one conscious choice at a time, taking charge of our eternal destiny. Chapter 9, Living with Purpose, Finding Meaning in Reincarnation. Understanding that we've lived before and likely will live again changes everything. It shifts our focus from worrying solely about this one life to understanding a much grander soul-sized journey. This knowledge shouldn't scare us, but inspire us to live more fully and deliberately right now. Think of it this way. If you knew you only had one day to paint, would you waste it on a blank canvas, unsure of what to create? Of course not. You'd pour your heart and soul onto that canvas, making every stroke count. Reincarnation offers us a similar urgency, but with a lifetime to work with. Recognizing our souls have traveled through countless experiences brings a deeper sense of purpose. Suddenly, the everyday challenges become opportunities for growth. The relationships we cherish become echoes of deep soul connections. Suffering, though painful, transforms into a chance to learn and heal from past karmas. Consider a musician who struggles to master a difficult piece. They might feel frustrated and want to give up. But what if they knew they had been working on music in various forms for hundreds of years? This knowledge might inspire them to persevere. seeing the current struggle as simply the next step in a long, beautiful journey of musical expression. This isn't about escaping this life by focusing on a future one. Instead, it's about understanding the weight of our choices today. Each act of kindness, each moment of compassion, each effort towards personal growth contributes to the tapestry of our soul's evolution. They are not isolated events. They are threads woven into the grand design of our eternal being. Purpose isn't something we find, it's something we create. The belief in reincarnation empowers us to create a purpose rooted in love, growth, and service to others. It urges us to live each day as if it were both our first and our last, appreciating the beauty of the present moment while remaining mindful of the long and meaningful journey ahead. Chapter 10: Love and Relationships, Soul Connections Across Lifetimes. Hello, beautiful souls. Today, we dive into the heart of human experience, love and relationships. But we're not just talking about the everyday kind. We're exploring the profound idea that some bonds stretch beyond a single lifetime. Think of them as echoes of shared journeys, whispers from past lives. Have you ever met someone and felt an instant connection, a feeling of "I know you from somewhere"? That could be a soul connection. Hinduism explains that some souls travel together across lifetimes, learning and growing together. These aren't always romantic connections. They can be family, friends, or even mentors. Imagine this. You meet a coworker and you click immediately. You understand each other on a deep level, even finishing each other's sentences. Perhaps in a past life, you were siblings, supporting each other through difficult times. Now, you are helping them again in your modern life. Sometimes, these connections are challenging. Certain individuals can trigger intense emotions or patterns in your life, which could be someone who you need to learn to forgive or teach forgiveness. You can also think about someone in your life who hurts you, and you can find yourself forgiving them again and again and again. Yet, you can go. You feel like you have to let them go to keep yourself safe. These connections push us to grow. They highlight our strengths and expose our weaknesses. They are opportunities for healing old wounds and learning valuable lessons that help us to keep growing. Nurturing these connections requires conscious effort. It's about being present with the people in your life, listening deeply, and offering support. It's about recognizing that these relationships are not accidental. They are part of a larger cosmic tapestry. When you value and appreciate the souls around you, you add beauty to the tapestry of their lives. Chapter 11: Overcoming Challenges, Karma, and Difficult Experiences. Why do bad things happen to good people? It's a question that has haunted humanity for centuries. If the universe is truly just, based on karma, then why do innocent individuals suffer? The answer, seen through the lens of reincarnation, isn't about punishment, but about growth and balance. Life's difficulties, from illness to loss, can be seen as opportunities to settle karmic debts. Imagine you borrowed money in a past life and didn't repay it. In this life, you might experience financial hardship. It's not a vengeful act, but an opportunity to understand the impact of your actions and ultimately learn to live with honesty. These experiences also foster immense personal growth. Think of a plant bending in the wind. The wind may seem harsh, like a challenge, but it strengthens the plant's roots, making it more resilient. Similarly, overcoming adversity builds character. teaches us empathy, and helps us understand compassion. Difficult times also allows us to develop our inner strength. Have you ever noticed how people who have gone through hard times often have a special understanding and patience? The hardship they face has allowed them to break previous karmic patterns to shape themselves more fully. The suffering can mold us into better human being if we allow for. Finding healing involves accepting the past without dwelling on it. Focusing on the present will help with building a better future with lessons, experiences, and wisdom from the past. Forgiveness is also crucial. Forgiving others and forgiving ourselves unlocks the door to healing. Challenges are not roadblocks, they are stepping stones. They are a reminder that life is a dance of cause and effect, and within that dance lies the potential for profound transformation. Embracing this perspective allows us to navigate adversity with greater grace and resilience, knowing that every challenge contributes to our soul's eternal journey. Chapter 12: Forgiveness and Healing, Releasing the Past. Friends, brothers, and sisters, you are holding the key to unlock a life free from past burdens: forgiveness. Think of it as cleaning out a cluttered room in your heart. All the old hurts, anger, and resentment take up space, preventing joy and peace from entering. Holding on to anger is like holding a burning coal. You are the one who gets burned. It doesn't hurt the person you're angry with as much as it hurts you. When you have someone hurt you, it creates a negative feeling within, which can come back to you any time. Forgiveness isn't about saying what someone did was okay. It's about releasing yourself from the prison of that pain. It's about choosing your own freedom. It is about understanding everyone make mistake, but you have a choice to forgive them and move on. What about forgiving ourselves? This is often the hardest. We judge ourselves harshly for past mistakes, replaying them over and over. But remember, every experience, even mistakes, is a lesson. Allow yourself to learn and grow from it. Don't punish yourself for being human. Forgive yourself so that you can be free. How do we actually forgive? Start with acknowledgement. Admit the hurt, the anger, the disappointment. Then try to understand the other person's perspective. Were they acting from a place of fear, pain, or ignorance? This doesn't excuse their actions, but it can offer a path to compassion. Practical exercise. Write a letter to the person you need to forgive. Pour out all your feelings, anger, sadness, everything. Then, in the same letter, write from their perspective, trying to understand their actions. Finally, write a statement of forgiveness, releasing them and yourself. You don't need to send the letter. The act of writing is what's important. Forgiveness is not a one-time event, but a continuous process of letting go. With each act of forgiveness, you lighten your karmic load and open your heart to healing and lasting peace. Release the past, embrace the present, and create a future filled with love and light. You deserve it. Chapter 13. The Power of Intention. Shaping your future, friends. We have talked about karma, the idea that our actions create ripples in the universe, influencing our experiences. But karma isn't just about passively accepting what comes our way. We are not puppets. We have a powerful tool at our disposal: intention. Think of intention as planting a seed. If you plant an apple seed, you don't expect to harvest oranges. Your intention to grow an apple tree guides the outcome. Similarly, the intentions we set in our lives, the thoughts we nurture, and the actions we consistently take are like seeds that blossom into our future. But what is intention? Simply put, it's a clear, focused purpose you hold in your mind. It's the decision you make to direct your energy in a specific direction. It's about what you aspire to achieve, the person you desire to become, and the impact you wish to make on the world. The science behind intention is fascinating. Studies in quantum physics confirm that observation influences outcome. Our attention, our focus, has the power to alter reality at a subatomic level. This suggests that our intentions, which are focused thoughts, can indeed impact our lives. How do we harness this power? First, get clear on what you truly want, not what your parents want or what society expects, but what you deeply desire. Do you want to be a more patient parent? Intend to respond with kindness, even when stressed. Are you looking for a fulfilling career? Clearly intend to find a path aligned with your values and skills. Here's a simple method to change your intention. 1. Identify. Pinpoint an area of your life you want to improve. 2. Formulate. Create a positive present tense intention. For instance, instead of I won't be so stressed, try I am calm and centered even under pressure. 3. Visualize. Regularly imagine yourself already living your intention. Feel the emotions associated with its fulfillment. Engage all your senses. 4. Affirm. Repeat your intention aloud, feeling the power in your words. 5. Act. Take small, consistent actions that align with your intention. If you intend to be healthier, choose a salad over fries. If you intend to be kinder, offer a compliment to a stranger. By consciously setting and acting on our intentions, we become active participants in co-creating our reality. We shift from being passengers on the karmic river to skillful navigators, steering our lives toward a brighter, more fulfilling future, life after life. In our own hands is the ability to have a better future and control our own destiny. Chapter 14. Meditation and Mindfulness, Connecting with the Soul Friends. Let's talk about something truly special, connecting with your soul. It's like finding a hidden treasure within yourself. We do this through meditation and mindfulness, simple practices that can transform your life. Think of your mind as a busy marketplace, full of noise and distractions. Meditation is like finding a quiet corner within that market. It's about sitting still, focusing your attention, and quieting the noise. You don't need to sit like a yogi on a mountain top. Start with just 5 minutes a day. Close your eyes. Focus on your breath, the air entering and leaving your body. When thoughts arise, gently acknowledge them and bring your attention back to your breath. That's it. Simple, right? Mindfulness is taking that quiet awareness into your everyday life. It's about paying attention to the present moment without judgment. When you're washing dishes, feel the warmth of the water, the texture of the soap. When you're walking, notice the feeling of your feet on the ground, the sounds around you. Instead of rushing through life on autopilot, you become truly present. How does this connect with your soul's journey? Imagine a still pond. When the surface is calm, you can see all the way to the bottom. Our souls are like that pond. When our minds are calm, we can begin to sense the deeper wisdom within us. We can start to understand our patterns, our desires, our true purpose. Through meditation and mindfulness, you gain access to your intuition, that quiet voice within that knows what's best for you. You start to understand your reactions, why you are drawn to certain things, and what makes you happy inside. This connects you with what your soul truly wants. Try this. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. When your mind wanders, gently guide it back to your breath. Do this daily. Over time, you'll find a greater sense of peace and clarity. You'll start to hear the whispers of your soul. You will realize that the journey is within you. Chapter 15. Embracing the Eternal Journey, Living a Life of Love and Purpose. My friends, brothers, and sisters, we've walked a long path together, unveiling the mysteries of life, death, and rebirth. We've explored the soul's journey, the power of karma, and the possibility of countless lives. Now it's time to weave this knowledge into the fabric of our daily existence. This isn't just about understanding reincarnation. It's about living it. It's about recognizing that you are more than this temporary form, more than this single lifetime. You are a timeless being, learning, growing, and evolving across eons. Think of a river flowing to the ocean. Each drop of water is unique, experiencing its own twists and turns, its own moments of sunshine and shadow. But it's also part of the larger river, destined for the sea. Similarly, each lifetime is a unique experience, contributing to the larger flow of your soul's journey. So how do we embrace this eternal journey? By living a life of love and purpose. Love, in its purest form, is the connection to all beings. It's recognizing the spark of divinity in everyone, regardless of their past or present actions. When we act with love, we dissolve negative karma and create a brighter future for ourselves and others. Hold compassion in your heart and offer kindness whenever you can. Purpose comes from aligning yourself with your true calling. This isn't necessarily about grand achievements or fame. It's about using your unique gifts and talents to serve the world in a way that brings you joy and fulfillment. What makes your heart sing? What ignites your soul? That's where your purpose lies. Remember the farmer from chapter 3 who sowed seeds of kindness and reaped a bountiful harvest? That's how karma works. Every act of love, every intention of purpose is a seed planted in the fertile ground of your soul. Therefore, live each day with intention. Treat every moment as an opportunity to learn, to grow, to love, and to serve. Forgive yourself and others and release the burdens of the past. This isn't just a theory, it's a way of life. It's about living with the awareness that our actions have consequences, not just in this life, but for lifetimes to come. It is a responsibility, but also a fantastic reason to live our lives fully, honestly, kindly, and lovingly. It's about living with the knowledge that we are all interconnected and that what we do to others, we ultimately do to ourselves. Embrace this truth, my friends, and live a life worthy of your eternal soul. Live a life of love, a life of purpose, and live a life where every action matters.